Well, showers and storms beginning to come across the state line. What's the timeline for rain today in central Georgia? Those answers are coming up.
It was like another one. You know, Lord help us.
One man now mourning the loss of 4 former students to recent gun violence. The connections victims shared and the action taken against one of the crime scene spots.
Plus, reality TV stars in trouble with the law. The verdict handed down in a trial involving Todd and Julie Chrisley.
And many busy parents are looking for options to keep their kids occupied during the hot summer months, what one single mom is doing for the past 2 years.
Well, good morning. Happy Wednesday. What a beautiful start to the day in downtown Macon. It is 6:32 on this June 8th. I'm Caitlin Heck.
And I'm Wanye Reese. We've made it halfway through the work week. You go ahead and give yourself a pat on the back, Central Georgia.
All right, let's head on over to Alex. He has a look at our forecast.
Yeah, these sky cams this morning, they are just showing off across central Georgia. I just posted a few pictures over on my Facebook page. This is Atrium Health Navicent. Quite the sunrise there. Take a look at temperatures here across the region, lining up in the 70s. Actually still hanging on to 69 there at Perry, 72 in Dublin, 73 in Milledgeville, and 70 in Macon and Warner Robins to start this morning. Still hanging on to 68 in Thomaston as well as in Forsyth, 71 in Jeffersonville, and 70 in Cochrane. Already 74 up in Sparta. That's going to be the trend today as we warm up through the 70s into the 80s here fairly quickly across the area. Now check this out. This is live radar. The rain coming across the state line now, right where the Chattahoochee River picks up the Alabama line. Some storms back into Birmingham. In fact, even a severe storm there and some flash flood warnings. That's all coming into central Georgia. Now falling apart as it does so, but nonetheless, we're going to see rain and a few storms as we head through the morning hours. So let's check it out here on Future View. Notice it's not starting exactly with the setup in Alabama. So I do think we see some more storms than what Future View is showing here through the morning hours. If you're watching earlier this morning, you saw that. This is 11 a.m. Again, some more activity than what that's showing. But then as we head through the afternoon hours, some partly cloudy skies with a few scattered showers across the region. And that's going to be that. Once we get into the evening hours tonight, another overnight storm threat across central Georgia. That's going to bring the chance of maybe a rumble of thunder across the region as we head into the overnight hours. Meanwhile, for today, headed for a high temperature of about 91. The activity during the morning hours and drying out during the afternoon. Sunrise is going to be, as actually already happened, at 6:26. Then for tonight, 70. Overnight storms, especially to the south. Sunset at 8:41. More details on the forecast coming up in just a few minutes.
2 recent deadly shooting cases have been now closed for at least a month.
It comes after a judge signed a temporary restraining order against the Friends Food Mart on Houston Avenue. Bibb County says the business is a well-known center of frequent criminal activity requiring regular patrols. The sheriff's office says Monday night 2 men died after shooting each other inside of the store. On May the 9th, someone shot and killed 16-year-old Kymello Early there.
The temporary restraining order comes after Mayor Lester Miller filed a complaint against Friends Food Mart. The case heads back to court June 29th when the county and the store's lawyers can argue whether it should reopen. By our count, Monday's shootout marks the 28th and 29th homicides of the year in Bibb County.
By this time last year, Bibb County recorded 24 homicides and didn't hit the 29 mark until early July. This morning, we're learning about a connection among 4 recent homicide victims. That includes the 3 killed at Friends Food Mart and a 28-year-old man killed last month.
Ray Rover says they were 4 of his former students. Rover runs Streets to Success, a program with the goal to steer kids away from violence. At one point, there's 4 shooting victims played basketball at this gym and got tutored in the classroom upstairs after school. They include 28-year-old Armando Cortez Clark, who someone gunned down on Ibex Street May 16th.
The other 3, 16-year-old Kymello Early, 19-year-old Braxton Cole, and 21-year-old Roderick Felton.
What we need to turn around is that they don't die in vain, that somebody will stop doing what they're doing, put away the guns, and begin to work on their schoolwork and improve their lives through their education.
And Rover says he runs Streets to Success now for 17 years.
And unfortunately, he has lost 16 kids to gun violence.
Sad.
Now to 3 other headlines we're following for you this morning. The man convicted of murdering and dismembering a Mercer Law student in 2011 now wants a federal judge to throw out his conviction and plea. In an appeal filed last week, Stephen McDaniel claims the state violated his constitutional rights and his lawyers were incompetent. He's currently serving time for the death of college student Lauren Giddings. McDaniel says he discovered evidence demonstrating the state had stolen defense trial preparations. He added that his attorneys, Floyd Buford Jr. and Frank Hogue, knew and did nothing. He's now asking the court to release him from prison. McDaniel filed a similar appeal against Buford Jr. and Hogue in 2018. A Richmond County judge denied it.
A former employee at a private Bibb County school is now in trouble with the law after reportedly showing up to campus with a gun. Stratford Academy says a former member of their housekeeping staff came to the school with a gun, threatening a current worker on the housekeeping staff. Maintenance staff notified the front desk, and students in their Camp Ego program were put on lockdown. The school says the former employee left before police arrived, but he faces several charges, including criminal trespass. They are banning him from the school's campus. Stratford says no students or staff were in immediate danger, and they're in the process of hiring a full-time director of campus security. A Washington County magistrate judge charged with willful misconduct is fighting to keep his job. State records show that Manzine Broxton asked the state Supreme Court Monday to throw out statements he made to state investigators. He also wants the court to rule that the investigators can't testify against him.
Now, back in January, Georgia's Judicial Qualifications Commission filed a complaint claiming that Broxton violated his oath more than 24 times. Broxton's new motion argues that investigators made a surprise visit last year and interviewed him without his lawyer present. He says he gave damaging information that the state agency used against him. The commission could hold a hearing to decide whether Broxton should be disciplined, suspended, or removed.
He was elected chief magistrate back in 2020.
And in state news, a verdict is in on a bank fraud and tax evasion case involving the stars of the reality TV show Chrisley Knows Best. The U.S. Attorney's Office in Atlanta says a jury found Todd and Julie Chrisley guilty on all charges yesterday. Prosecutors say the pair submitted false documents to banks to get loans and failed to pay federal income taxes for several years. The Chrisleys were initially indicted on August 2019, and the trial started 3 weeks ago. The jury also found an accountant who worked for them guilty. Sentencing for all three is set for October 6th.
A man accused of shooting and killing Atlanta rapper Trouble will not get bond. A judge denied bail yesterday for 33-year-old Jamichael Jones. It came after Jones turned himself in to Rockdale County deputies. He's charged with murder, aggravated assault, home invasion, and battery in the Sunday death of 34-year-old Trouble. The rapper's legal name is Mario Orr. A warrant says that Jones found Trouble asleep in bed with Jones's ex-girlfriend, later shooting the Atlanta rapper. It happened at an apartment complex in Conyers. Well, the pain at the pump continues for you. Georgia set another gas price record just a day after hitting an all-time high. AAA says the average cost for a regular gallon of gas now sits at $4.37 a gallon. That's up 4 cents from yesterday's price, which was a new record at the time, Caitlin.
With Georgia's gas tax suspended, you're actually still paying much less than the rest of the country, if you can believe it. Yeah, I know, right? AAA says the national average, it even just hurts to say this, $4.95. Now, if you're looking for some relief, the travel agency says shop around for gas, pay in cash to save a little money. Joining a fuel rewards program can also help out. Well, in Warner Robins, Animal Control picks up your stray dog or cat, you're going to pay a lot more. The International City and Houston County recently passed a new contract involving the Warner Robins Animal Shelter's impoundment fees. So until now, if Animal Control impounded your pet, it cost you $25 to get it back. Well, now for the first offense, you'll owe a $125 kenneling fee per animal and a $50 impoundment fee per animal. That impoundment fee will increase to $100 for the second offense, $150 for the third. The new agreement starts immediately and lasts for 1 year.
It's 6:39 on your Wednesday morning. One of Central Georgia's grand old entertainment venues is moving closer to getting a big makeover. Macon Bibb commissioners approved about $64,000 for the Macon City Auditorium. The money will pay for inspections for harmful substances at first. Now the plan is to have the full renovation done by the building's centennial in 2024, but they need to do it in a way that allows for the auditorium to book talent during peak seasons. That's why the auditorium is closed until September. Tom Rogers heads the renovation with Sheridan Construction and says everyone's focused right now on phase 1.
Phase 2 will include new concession areas and some new facility features such as a loading dock and better access for performances in and out of the building.
If you're planning on heading to a show in the fall, you'll also see a new catwalk above your seats for lighting. That'll replace the flying saucer lights that are in right now. I like saying that, y'all, flying saucer lights, just like that.
Fancy.
It's time for you, Caitlin.
An education vacation. Yes, summer camps in Central Georgia are kicking off and kids are ready for some fun and sunshine. Our morning reporter TJ Anthony shows you what one working mom has done to keep her kids busy. And do you plan on cooling off at the pool? Well, we'll tell you which ones you can make a splash at this week. Right now, though, the time is 6:41, and if you don't have a pool and you don't have a pool near you, you find a friend that has a pool because you need it this
Exactly,
week.
or you might just want to go inside and be in your living room so you can be underneath your flying salsa fan.
But all those summertime activities, a good reminder that the 4th of July, it's less than a month away.
Literally, IDC is going to be coming up soon, and I can't wait.
Yeah, 26 days officially to Independence Day, that is. The average high on any given 4th of July is 91, which is roughly what it is on any given, what is today, June 8th as well. So 72 waking up in Dublin this morning, the sun coming above the horizon, another nice sunset. Central Georgia just showing off this morning. 69 still in Bleckley County, 71 in Warner Robins, 70 in Macon, 73 in Gordon, and 74 waking up this morning in Baldwin County. Now, the rain is on the way. It's coming across the state line as we speak. It's raining all along Interstate 85 back into Alabama. Even a severe thunderstorm warning there between Birmingham and Montgomery. A lot of lightning with this, and it's moving into Central Georgia as we head into the next few hours, going to arrive during the late morning hours and early afternoon. That's the only thing we've really got going on in play across the southeast. Just a few scattered showers and storms back up towards Little Rock, Arkansas, some more into Missouri, and that's about it. But most of Central Georgia in a level 1 risk this afternoon from now until about noon for the threat of damaging winds, small hail, and lightning. That level 2 risk up to the north, that's really for the overnight hours tonight as we get another piece of energy moving into the southeast. So here's what it looks like on future view. Now, a model did not start with the storms in Alabama, so take this with a grain of salt, at least for the first few hours. Still bringing some rain into Central Georgia. I think we see a bit more coverage area than what this is showing, but once we get to the afternoon hours, I'm agreeing with this. Partly cloudy skies with some scattered showers, especially areas to the east, but a good day to go to the pool. Just have a shelter to run into if you do get any lightning in your area. Then once we head into the overnight hours, dry to start, but we could see a few storms through the overnight hours as you're making your way into your Thursday here in Central Georgia. So this carries us through 7 a.m. there, and then we're going to wash, rinse, repeat, do it all again on Friday, except we're going to pick up more of the afternoon shower and storm pattern rather than getting these pieces of energy to work through. It'll be like that through the weekend as well. No rhyme or reason to where the showers or storms set up. The models are just all over the place in terms of coverage area, and that's what we expect here in summertime. Now, the temperatures are the usual summer temperatures that we expect, like we were just talking about. The average high, 90, 91. We're going to be in the ballpark of that here over the next few days. Once we get into the start of next week, that's when things will begin to change. Now, also a reminder that we are just 2 weeks away, in fact, 1 day shy of 2 weeks away from the official start of summer. Our days, 14 hours and 21 minutes at its peak. That's going to be on June 21st. And then we switch course and begin losing daylight all the way up until just before Christmas. High temperature today, 91. We're looking at morning activity, drier for the afternoon hours. And then for tonight, 70 degrees with some storm possibilities, especially down to the south. Sunset is at 8:41 tonight. Here's how it all shapes up on the 7-day forecast. 90s are the name of the game until we get to next week. It becomes upper 90s. High temperatures 96 Monday, 98 on Tuesday. That means feels like temperatures easily north of 100 here in Central Georgia as the summertime settles in.